Okay, let's get right into it. Something pretty wild has been happening in the AI app world. While everyone's been focused on the usual heavy hitters, Meta AI has, almost out of nowhere, just exploded. We're going to break down exactly how this happened.
So let's start with this number, 2.7 million. Just let that sink in for a second. As of mid-October, that's how many people were using Meta's AI app every single day. In this incredibly crowded AI space, a number like that it's huge. And it's a jump that has left a lot of people scratching their heads.
So that brings us to the big mystery we're unpacking today. How on earth did this happen? I mean, this wasn't a slow, gradual climb. This was an overnight explosion. So we're going to play detective and piece together the clues to figure out what was really behind this massive surge.
All right, first things first, let's really grasp the scale we're talking about here. The numbers behind this user explosion are frankly staggering when you see them laid out.
Now get this, the crazy part here is the time frame. We are not talking about a year of growth. In just 4 weeks, the app went from about 775,000 daily users all the way up to 2.7 million. That is more than a 3x increase in a single month. Just unbelievable.
And if you think that's wild, let's rewind just a little bit more. A year ago, this app was barely a blip on the radar, pulling in only about 4,000 downloads a day. To go from 4,000 to almost 3 million active users, well, that's the kind of shift that changes the game.
So you might be thinking, okay, they must have just dumped a ton of money into ads, right? Well, that's what makes this so strange. Researchers looked into it and found no big ad campaigns, no huge spikes in Google searches, none of the usual suspects. The answer, it turns out, lies somewhere else entirely.
So if it wasn't ads, where did all these users come from? Well, our first major clue points to a new feature that totally changed what the Meta AI app even is, and that feature is called the Vibes feed. So what is Vibes? It's actually pretty simple and pretty genius. Meta basically built a feed of short AI-generated videos right into its chatbot app. And with that one move, they transformed the app from just a functional tool into an actual entertainment destination, a place you'd open up just to see what kind of cool or weird AI-made videos pop up. And the proof is right here in the timeline. I mean, you can't make this up. Look at the dates. Vibes launches on September 25th. Almost immediately, user activity starts to tick upwards. And by mid-October, it's a full-blown rocket ship. The correlation is just way too strong to be a coincidence. So, why did this work so well? Well, for one, AI-generated video is one of the hottest things going right now. 2, it's just plain fun. Instead of trying to think of a smart prompt for a chatbot, you can just lean back and scroll. And 3, the content is super shareable, which creates that viral buzz every app dreams of.
But the Vibes feed, as smart as it was, is only half the story. See, Meta didn't do this in a vacuum. There was another massive factor here. You could almost call it an unlikely accomplice that helped pour gasoline on this fire. OpenAI's Sora 2. You probably remember this. When OpenAI first showed off what Sora 2 could do, the internet basically broke. It was everywhere. It created this massive wave of excitement and curiosity around AI video. Suddenly, everyone wanted to try it. But here's the kicker. Sora 2 was super exclusive, invite only. The average person couldn't get their hands on it. So you have all this pent-up demand, millions of people fascinated by AI video with no way to try it. And right at that exact moment, Meta AI is over here offering a free, easy-to-use version with its Vibes feed. It became the perfect go-to substitute. Okay, so let's put the pieces together. We've got our 2 main clues, a really smart internal feature and a perfectly timed external event. When you combine them, you get the final verdict on how Meta pulled this off.
The bottom line is, this wasn't an accident, and it wasn't just one single thing. It was a perfect storm. You had a clever product pivot with the Vibes feed, making the app fun. And that launched right into the hype wave created by Sora 2, which delivered a massive, hungry audience right to Meta's doorstep. And if you need any more proof of how effective this was, just look at the competition. While Meta AI's user base was shooting up by over 15%, its biggest rivals were actually losing users. ChatGPT was down 3.5%, and Grock dropped by over 7%. Meta wasn't just growing, it was growing while everyone else was shrinking. And all this leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. For so long, we've thought of the AI race as being all about productivity and utility. But what if Meta just showed us a different path?
Is the real secret to getting AI into everyone's hands not just about making it useful, but about making it fun? It's a question that could really define the next chapter for all of AI.